parents, students, and educators at the John Jay campus. I think sometimes it's really hard for policymakers to hear claims of racism. I think it's really easy to get defensive, and I can understand that. I think what you have to look at here is the inequity in funding piece. This is not necessarily an attack on Millennium, although I do think it was egregious for the new principal of that school to announce that before this vote ever took place. It's not about Millennium. It's about the fact that the John Jay campus has been starved of resources for years. And you heard the parents and the educators and the students speak to that the other night at their hearing. And I just want to recognize the principal of research. She shared something the other night at the public hearing. That school didn't have a bell system to accommodate a campus, where you have 3 schools, so a bell system is kind of necessary. She spent $5,000 out of her own pocket because the DOE wouldn't provide the funds for a bell system. But in the EIS for this co-location, it says, I believe on page 5, but I could be wrong, that capital funds will be provided to that school building if and only if the co-location of Millennium is approved. That, I'm sorry, is racism. It is, and it's shameful. Switching gears really quickly, Ms. Black. You talked this week about the tough choices that our schools face, and I think it's only fair to talk about the choices that you've made for your children. Anyone in this room can go onto the Kent School website and see what you chose for your kids. Class sizes of 12, student-teacher ratios of 8-to-1, experienced educators, and more than 70% of the educators for your kids have advanced degrees. Why isn't that good enough for our kids?
Next speaker, Colleen Siegel. Colleen Siegel.